Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button or press like and let's jump into it. Today we'll be doing something different. Today we'll be ranking all the 34 world champions and let's see who will top the list. Number 34, Mike Hawthorn. Hawthorn won the 1958 Formula 1 World Championship despite achieving only one win, against 4 by Moss. However, the 5 second place finishes were enough to secure the title. The only other driver to win one race and be crowned world champion was Keke Rosberg. After winning the title, Hawthorn immediately announced his retirement from Formula 1. Number 33. Phil Hill. Phil Hill is the first American to win an F1 title, and the first American to win anything other than Indy 500. Hill clinched the championship in dramatic fashion at the Italian Grand Prix, a race in which 14 spectators would die and also his main rival, Wolfgang von Trips. Trips collided with Jim Clark and was sent flying into the grandstands at Parabolica. The race continued and Hill won the race and the championship by 1 point. Number 32, Giuseppe Farina. Farina is the first ever Formula 1 world champion, and he did that at the ripe age of 44. Nino is often regarded as one of the greats. He was destroying everyone in pre-war races, and if Formula 1 would have started earlier, I'm sure he would have won many more world championships. His wins and poles tally aren't really representative of his skills and talent. Plagued with injuries, he retired in 1956. Number 31, Danny Hulme. In 1967, he won in Monaco and the legendary Nordschleife, or the Nürburgring, a testament to his versatility and skills. Another 6 visits to the podium gave Hulme the advantage he needed. He won the championship by 5 points from Brabham and a further 5 from Jim Clark. Number 30, Keke Rosberg. Rosberg won the title that nobody seemed to want in a season where we said goodbye to Gilles Villeneuve. Earlier in the season, Didier Pironi was set to win the World Championship, but he suffered a career-ending accident at the German Grand Prix with just 4 races to go. Another young Frenchman, Alain Prost, started the season with 2 wins, but an incredible stint of DNFs put him out of contention. An opportunistic Rosberg took his only win of the season at the Swiss Grand Prix. The Stache was world champion. While he lands at the bottom of this chart, he sure tops the rankings in coolness. Keke enjoyed a great career in DTM, and his son Nico also won the World Championship, beating Hamilton in equal machinery. Number 29, Jacques Villeneuve. Jacques, the Indy 500 winner, arrived in Formula 1 in style, taking the 1996 world title to the last race in Suzuka, but the loose tire sent me to the gravel trap, crowning Damon Hill as world champion. In 1997, his more experienced teammate was out, but a rejuvenated Ferrari, with Schumacher at the wheel, looked set to give Ferrari a first title in ages. Villeneuve won in Austria and Luxembourg to set up a showdown in Jerez. Schumacher tried to take Villeneuve out in the closing stages of the Grand Prix, but ended in the gravel trap. Jacques won the title by 3 points, but later Schumi was disqualified from the championship. Number 28, Jody Scheckter. Schechter's consistent finishes, with 3 wins among them, gave him the Drivers' Championship in 1979, ahead of a certain Gilles Villeneuve. However, he struggled badly in his 1980 title defense, even failing to qualify for 1 race. After managing only 2 points, Scheckter announced his retirement from the team and sport. Scheckter was the last driver to win a Formula 1 championship for Ferrari until Michael Schumacher, 21 years later. Number 27, the feel-good story of Formula 1. A team in bankruptcy after Honda decided to pull the plug on its F1 project, and with a genius owner-engineer in Ross Brown, found a loophole in the rules for the 2009 F1 season and created the blown diffuser. Jenson did great to take advantage of the situation in the first half of the season and secure a good chunk of points with 6 wins out of 7 races. The team started to catch up, but it was too late. Brown GP managed to secure the Constructors and Drivers' Championship in Brazil with 1 race to go. Number 26, Alan Jones. Alan Jones, the Australian racing driver, achieved his greatest success with Williams, winning the Formula 1 World Championship in 1980. Known for his aggressive driving style and determination, Jones secured 12 Grand Prix victories throughout his career. Number 25, Jochen Rindt. Jochen Rindt, the Austrian racing driver, had a tragically short but remarkable career in Formula 1. In 1970, he became the first posthumous Formula 1 world champion, winning the title with the Lotus F1 team. Rindt's aggressive and determined approach made him a fan favorite, while pushing too much the ability of his cars. His crash in Monza could have been avoided. Number 24, Mario Andretti. Mario Andretti had an extraordinary and versatile career across various motorsports disciplines. Formula 1, IndyCar, NASCAR, to name a few. He won the Formula 1 World Championship in 1978 with Lotus. Andretti's accomplishments include winning the Indianapolis 500, IndyCar championships, and victories in Daytona 500 and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Number 23, James Hunt. The highlight of Hunt's 1976 season was the rivalry with Lauda. Hunt's performance in the subsequent races following Lauda's accident was outstanding. He secured victories at the British Grand Prix, Dutch Grand Prix, closing the gap in the standings. The season concluded with a dramatic finale in Japan, where Hunt's 3rd place finish was enough to secure the World Championship by just 1 point. point. Number 22, Alberto Ascari. He won back-to-back world championships in 1952 and 1953, becoming the first driver to achieve this feat. During his career, Ascari secured a total of 13 Grand Prix victories, including an impressive streak of 9 consecutive races, a record that stood for over 60 years. Tragically, Ascari lost his life in a non-Formula 1 accident in 1955. Number 21, John Surtees. Surtees was the only person to have won the World Championships on both 2 wheels and 4 wheels. He achieved this feat by winning the 500cc Motorcycle World Championship 4 times. That was before transitioning to car racing. In Formula 1, Surtees drove for various teams, including Lotus, Ferrari and Honda, and secured his first victory in 1963 with Ferrari. He became world champion in 1964. Number 20, Damon Hill. Hill started his Formula 1 career in his 30s and was destined for success, having the backing of the Williams F1 team. Williams was completely trashing the field in the early 90s. In 1996, it was more of the same. Williams secured 12 wins out of 16. Hill won 8 races as opposed to 4 by Jacques Villeneuve, his teammate. But somehow, the championship went to the wire, as Villeneuve was more consistent. Hill clinched eventually the world champion, emulating his father Graham Hill. As a thank you, Williams got rid of Damon Hill at the end of the season. Number 19, Nico Rosberg. Son of Keke Rosberg, another Formula 1 world champion, Nico had none other than Lewis Hamilton as a teammate in the hybrid era, managed to take 1 championship to the wire and won 1 in the last race in Abu Dhabi in 2016. Rosberg is underrated in this regard. He pushed Lewis Hamilton to the limit and was a fierce qualifier and fighter. Just look at the snooze fest of races we had with Valtteri and Lewis in a Merc. Rosberg retired after securing the World Championship, putting his family first. Number 18, Emerson Fittipaldi. Competing from 1970 to 1980, Fittipaldi became the first Brazilian World Champion in 1972, driving for Lotus. He secured the second World Championship title in 1974, this time with McLaren. Fittipaldi's driving style was characterized by his smoothness, consistency on the track. He was also versatile. He achieved further success in kart or IndyCar, winning the Indianapolis 500 twice in 1989 and 1993. Kimi Raikkonen, driving for Ferrari, experienced a challenging start, but made a remarkable comeback, especially after McLaren tripped themselves in the closing stages of the season. He secured crucial victories in Spa, China and Brazil, which led him to clinch the World Championship title. Raikkonen could have done a bit more in the sport. Number 16, Mika Häkkinen. In 1998, Häkkinen fought an intense battle with Michael Schumacher, now at Ferrari. Häkkinen displayed his remarkable talent and consistency, securing 8 victories and outscoring his rival to claim his first world championship. The following year, in 1999, Häkkinen faced another challenging season, this time with Eddie Irvine. With 5 wins and consistent point-scoring finishes, Häkkinen sealed his second consecutive world championship. Number 15, Graham Hill. Hill achieved significant success and became the first driver to win the Triple Crown of motorsport. In Formula 1, Hill managed to win 2 world championships, winning the title in 1962 and 1968. He was often regarded as Mr. Monaco, winning the Monaco Grand Prix 5 times. He further added an Indy 500 and a 24-hour of Le Mans. Tragically, Hill's career ended in 1975 when he lost his life in a plane crash. Number 14, Jack Brabham. Brabham won the Formula 1 World Championship 3 times, 59, 60 and 66. He became the first driver to win championship in a car of his own construction. Brabham was also a skilled engineer and contributed significantly to the evolution of Formula 1 cars. He introduced rear engine designs that would later become the standard in the sport. Number 13, Nigel Mansell. In 1992, Mansell dominated the Formula 1 World Championship, winning 9 out of 16 races. He became the first British driver to win the championship since Jackie Stewart in 1973. Despite his talent and speed, luck often eluded Mansell. He had several near misses in championship battles, finishing as the runner-up in the 1986 and 1999 season. However, he always remained a fan favorite due to his never-give-up attitude. He won the IndyCar Championship as well. Number 12, Nelson Piquet. His first championship victory came in 1981 with the Brabham team. He did it by a single point over Carlos Reutemann in bizarre circumstances. In 1983, Piquet secured his second world championship, again with the Brabham team. This time he won the title by just 2 points over Alain Prost. Piquet will win his third title more convincingly in 1987. Number 11, Jackie Stewart. Jackie won the Formula 1 World Championship 3 times, 69, 71 and 73, establishing himself as one of the sport's greatest drivers. Stewart was known for his smooth and calculated driving style, as well as his focus on driver safety. He played a crucial role in raising awareness about safety measures in Formula 1. He established Stewart Grand Prix team, which later would evolve into Jaguar and Red Bull Racing. Moving on to top 10. Number 10, Fernando Alonso. Driving for the Renault team, Fernando Alonso achieved his first Formula 1 World Championship at the age of 24. He showcased his exceptional talent and consistency, winning 7 races. In 2006, Alonso successfully defended his title, becoming the youngest driver to win 2 back-to-back world championships. Fernando was destined for success and is probably the most complete driver in this list. However, he burned all the bridges possible in F1, and that will come back to haunt him once he retires for good. Number 9. Max Verstappen. Verstappen made his Formula 1 debut at the age of 17, becoming the youngest driver in the history of the sport. In 2006, he won his first race for Red Bull. In 2021, he became world champion in one of the most dramatic seasons of late and stopped the dominant era of Mercedes. 1 year later, he defended his crown with the help of his catering team. Joke aside, Max Verstappen is so high on this list because of his potential. He is the child prodigy of Formula 1, may end up breaking all the records in the end. Number 8. Sebastian Vettel. Vettel has won the Formula 1 World Championship 4 times consecutively, from 2010 up until 2013, all with Red Bull Racing. Despite having the most dominant car for over 4 years, 2 of his titles were won in the last race, and that's why he's placed a bit lower in this list. Vettel is renowned for his exceptional qualifying performances and bolting in the first 5 laps of the race to build the gap. Although he was not able to secure a world championship with Ferrari, he achieved several victories and consistently finishing among the top competitors. Number 7. Jim Clark. Clark won the Formula 1 World Championship in 63 and 65, driving for the Lotus team. He formed a strong bond with the Lotus founder Colin Chapman, resulting in a remarkable synergy between driver and team. If it wasn't for unreliability, he could have won the 1967 championship as well. He won the Indianapolis 500, becoming the first non-American driver to achieve such feat in over 40 years. Jim Clark was destined to become the most successful driver of the era. Sadly, his life was cut short at the age of 32. Number 6. Niki Lauda. Lauda made his Formula 1 debut in 1971 and went on to win his first Formula 1 World Championship in 75 with Ferrari. In 76, he had a near-fatal accident at the German Grand Prix, but made a remarkable recovery and returned to racing just 6 weeks later. Despite enduring severe burns and long-term health effects from the accident, Lauda went on to win 2 more championships in 77 and 84. Moving on to top 5. Number 5. Juan Manuel Fangio. Fangio achieved his championship victories with 4 different teams: Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Mercedes-Benz and Ferrari. This showcased his ability to adapt and succeed in different racing environments. Fangio had a remarkable winning percentage, winning 24 out of 51 Grand Prix. All this well in his 40s, with cars achieving speeds of over 280 km per hour. Fangio retired falling out of love with the sport. He lost many friends in the brutal world of F1, where driver safety was inexistent. Number 4. Michael Schumacher. Schumacher achieved the majority of his success with the Scuderia Ferrari team. He won 5 consecutive championships from 2000 to 2004, helping to revitalize Ferrari's dominance in the sport. The other 2 championships were with Benetton. Schumacher was the reference in F1 before Lewis Hamilton improved all the records. Schumacher's career was not without controversy. He was involved in several controversial incidents, including collisions with other drivers and questionable on-track maneuvers, and that's why he lands just outside the podium. Number 3. Alain Prost. Prost is known for his smooth and precise driving style. His nickname was the Professor. Prost won 4 titles and finished 4 times runner-up in contested season, in some of them losing the championship by the narrowest of margin. Prost is high on this list as he consistently matched his teammates Lauda, Senna and Mansell, just to name a few. He retired as a world champion in 1993. His rivalry with Senna is what propelled F1 into a global sport. Number 2. Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is a generational talent and truly blessed. He narrowly missed out on the title in his debut season. The 7-time world champion Hamilton holds numerous records in Formula 1, most poles, most race wins, and most podiums. He drove for McLaren, with whom he won the title in 2008, and with Mercedes he made the most of the dominant car during the hybrid era. What he lacks is a true rivalry to further cement himself as the GOAT. He only misses the number 1 spot in this list because he didn't have anyone to challenge him. His teammates rarely put on a fight except Nico Rosberg in 2016. Hamilton will probably go down in the history books as one of the most decorated drivers ever. There can only be one winner, and that is Ayrton Senna. While his racing ethics are questionable, his speed is unmatched. Senna was renowned for his extraordinary qualifying performances. Ayrton Senna would have probably become the best driver in Formula 1 if it wasn't for his tragic death at Imola. During his time in Formula 1, he won races with inferior cars consistently, something that few drivers in this list can brag about. Senna won the Formula 1 World Championship 3 times, 88, 90 and 91. And that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with this order. Thanks again for watching, subscribe to the channel, and bye for now.